as you probably know, it's me, TheRedMageKro, and welcome back to Grandia, where we are going to hopefully get through this area and probably head towards, like, the near end of the game. Probably, maybe, because, like, I'm thinking about it, and I think that, like, the final party is probably going to be along the lines of, what are we doing with Justin again? Are we, like, trying to, like, max out his fire? I think we're trying to max out his fire. Burnout! I'm thinking that, like, if we are going to relatively, like, go to the end, I think that what it's going to be is more along the lines of, probably gonna be Rap, Justin, Fina, and probably Liete. Liete is probably going to be, like, our very, very, last, person. What are we trying to up? Wind? I feel like we're trying to up wind.
Oh, wind, twist like a tornado.
And the main reason I think that is because, like, Liete is the priestess to the Icarians, so it kind of makes sense for us to have, like, someone associated with them. You know, not so much forgetting that, like, you know, Fina is probably part Icarian, seeing as how her sister is. So it's just kind of like a slight little nod to that. Noticing that that's like a thing. That, you know, Fina's sister is a Icarian. She has wings, which means that Fina, in a sense, should also have wings. So,
Not bad, eh?
I don't know. Like, it could be that, like, no, I don't think Guido would be, like, a part of the final roster. Just because he's, like, the elder to the village, he has a lot of responsibilities. Yeah, I think, like, full on, it's exactly as I said. I mean, they could pull off some kind of, like, major thing. Because typically, like, what happens at the RPG area, you know, that basically, like, tends to happen is that, you know, after you get to, like, a certain point, like, once you get to that certain point, basically what ends up happening is that, you get to go get an airship and then basically go backwards towards wherever it is that you're relatively trying to go, or places that you haven't gone to yet. So, if anything, that's a possibility. I'm gonna melee this guy just primarily because, I'm pretty sure he doesn't get hurt by magic. And I'm going to basically burn these liches. So at some point, you know, I kind of expect that to happen, but I wouldn't put it past, you know, the game to not do that, seeing as how, like, it doesn't necessarily do a lot of things that other RPGs do. You know, primarily being overworld and walking and all that. So it kind of makes sense not that to happen. I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I missed my chance to hit the other guy. I got a little impatient, went to the side once thinking that it was going to target the guy in the middle, and it didn't happen. Did something happen with Fina other than, like, her wind going up? Probably. I like how they just, like, cleaned the entire thing up. That was nice. Miracle. Dang right, we're gonna. What was that inside that crater? You know. So if anything, I want to hear from you guys, from your unexperienced freaking mindset. Meaning that if you played this game before and you know how the ending is, do not spoil anything. At least not for others. Because that's all I relatively ask. That we keep a relatively nice, spoil-free community. Who is gonna be the final team? Who do you think it's gonna be?
Twist like a tornado.
I want to see comments down below explaining who you think it's gonna be. If you think Guido is gonna be our freaking final team member, go ahead and put that down. Just because I don't believe it doesn't mean that it's not gonna happen. You can put down whatever you want. Anyways, what was I saying before that? Oh yeah, so like another thing that they can do, right? In addition to like probably getting that aircraft, is they could definitely go the route where like everybody comes back at the very end. Godwin, Guido, you know, freaking God, I already forgot her name. What was her name? You know, the big buff lady from Lane. Oh, I already miss her and I already forgot her name, but I'm always terrible with names. Oh, it always makes me so angry when I don't remember names. If only if I read her freaking dropkick move more often, I probably would remember. Oh, is that a button? Cool. Okay, you know, we might as well use those. So if anything, it's probably still a good idea to give it to Justin. Just because, and then like we'll give Fina the defense, just because she is a lot more squishy than a lot of the other characters, except, you know, actually, is that even true at this point? Let's see. Her defense is 99. Justin is 118. Yeah, she basically has the least amount of defense in the entire team. So that was a good idea. Oh man, this is gonna be annoying, ain't it? No, you leave me alone. I'm trying to figure things out. Please and thank you. Oh, it seems like we're probably meant to go to the other side from whence we came. But I want to make sure that like I'm not gonna like miss like a decent like power-up item or something. Money, I'll take money. No, we're pretty low on bucks and whatnot, so why the heck not? You know, there's a lot of good items over in Guido's area, you know? Those are gonna be very good to get. Would I risk my life for it? Probably not. Where does this take me? Right here, right to where I need to be going. Okay, so now this is what I was dreading. Because I'm pretty sure that I can probably fall off. I want to see what's over here. If it's going somewhere, I don't think it would just like kind of like lead us to nowhere. It led us to nowhere. I feel duped. I feel speckle dwarfed. It's not even a word and I agree with you. Alright, but if anything, hey, look at that. We already made it to the opposite side. Let's go ahead. Nothing over here. Okay. So, if anything, like, I just came back from finishing, Momodora. That game, you gotta watch the entire series if you can. Like, me just saying that it's like, oh, main gooch. Main gooch? How the frick do you say that? Mean gotch? Very cool weapon. But yeah, if you can and you want to, go watch freaking Momodora. It's a very nice game. I'm also trying to concentrate a little because, like, I'm pretty sure I might be able to fall off here if I'm not careful, and I don't want to fall off. I mean, let's see somebody like you freaking survive a drop that far. It's not gonna be a good one. You know, even though I think about it right now, the rapping like freaking Liete freaking probably won't be the final, probably won't even be like the final members of the party. Who knows? Maybe even like Fina leaves and I wouldn't know, will be the wiser, you know? Either way, you know, I'm just looking forward, right, to how this game is going to turn out, because I'm that invested right now. I think I need to, like, get rid of the Wrath Sword, because, like, looking at it, it's only doing one because it's elemental damage, and that guy isn't taking any damage from elemental attacks. So we need to, kind of change that. We'll give him the main Goonch. By the way, do you guys know what the Goonch is? It's like a thing that, like, me and my sister consistently, relatively, like, joke about. Like, ever since we first, like, figured out what it was.
Oh, wind, twist like a tornado.
Actually, now that I think about it, I'm not entirely sure, but I think it's like a giant catfish. Ooh, look, Zap Whip! Zap Whip! Was that even in the freaking list of moves? I don't remember that being in the list of moves.
Here goes! Ha!
I want to use it now. Yeah, look at that! What the frick? I'm just gonna use it.
Don't think you can get away!
Jesus. It's a good single target, so it's not like the Fire Whip where, like, where basically it just hits a lot of the enemies. It's just a nice single target.
Take that. Not bad, eh?
All right. What's over here? So I can't even get even remotely close to that edge. Game don't allow. What the hell? Shrine 1. Oh, okay. Run seed. We're gonna just put that in, you know? Yeah, we're just gonna... We're all healed up? Okay, well, whatever's coming, be it high water or high noon. Let's do this! Ruin Guard! I probably should have done the main Goonch, thinking about it. So we're going to primarily, you know, up our freaking defenses with Fina and 10 tries to steal item from one enemy, restores SP, ups ability of one friend, slows enemies IP to minimum. Yeah, I don't think that any of that is relatively gonna work. I don't think he's gonna relatively make it to that boomerang either. I think it's just better if he tries to, yeah, okay. Now for Rap. Really wish that he was actually, like, had, like, a throwable, to be perfectly honest. But Disc Cutter would be very nice right here.
Here goes!
Just because, like, it hits, you know, a good chunk of his stuff. He just has multiple boomerangs and he's using them all on Justin! Leave Justin alone! Owie.
Please protect us.
I need to use, like, I think it's Runner on Justin. But, like, I also need to, like, up everyone's defense a little bit more. Because Justin's not, like, making any... Zap? Why you bully me?
There, there!
Quit hitting Justin! Fucking poor Justin. Okay, so Runner. Oh no, wait, I don't think movement. Yeah, I think movement's actually like how far you can relatively like go. So, that's not a good idea, but Fina needs like a nice good heal.
Be okay.
How did that miss freaking Rap? Oh, finally, Boomerang hit somebody other than Justin. Oh, she's dead! Yeah, please use the resurrection potion on someone who's actually going to need it. And not yourself. Okay, so his sword went up. Nice. Okay, so... yeah, we just gotta... yeah, we just gotta, like, up the defenses and hope that we don't get zapped. I don't think that getting defenses works on, like, magic attacks. But those boomerangs are really annoying. Yeah, and now Fina's, like, you know, stuck at, like, one defense. I'm kind of just, like, up to, like, continuously using Diggin' in order to, like, make it so that nobody can die. Vanish. Oh, no! Oh, that's bullcrud! He just wiped all of my stats clean! Oh, no! That's no good!
Here goes!
I think we just need to AoE the frick out of this guy. But like, I need to heal everyone too. Oh, Justin has learned healer and Justin has learned cold. Are you dead? Burn flame. Just do it.
Blaze brightly, O flame.
Just try to kill it. Kill it with fire. Okay, so what does healer do? Restores HP of one friend by a lot. Okay, cold. Reduce wit of one enemy by chilling. Okay, that's good too. Frickin' healer him. Oh, thank goodness they attacked Guido.
They're there.
So now I can like heal wrap up. I am now the ultimate healing. Gotta throw this cutter. He's using Zap. We're all screwed. I was about to say, not terrible until he did that. Okay, who's the lowest? Technically Guido.
Now you'll be okay.
Technically, I think it should have been Rap.
I'll remember this.
Dude, Boomerang is just so fast! Why is it so fast? Stuff it in his mouth, Guido! And there goes Justin. Resurrection. And then he uses Zap. And then Boomerang.
I've been a hit.
The Revival Stone revived Guido. What? What Revival Stone? Why was that one so much more epic? I feel like I just made a mistake.
You'll never get away.
Whoosh!
Here goes.
Let's do it.
Here
Shockwave! Let's just bully him quickly!
This'll teach you.
Bully! No heal, just bully.
degrees. Take that.
Burn! Burn! Sorry if your ears come off because of that.
Here goes!
Blaze brightly, O flame!
Burn him! the more that I look at him, right, like, his chest plate has, like, these eyes on them, and it looks like he has, like, this really grumpy mouth. Kind of looks like a frog to me a little. Oh, there goes Fina. Boomerang! Frickin', I'm gonna call you Sokka. Okay, come on, Fina, get up. Has it always been that spectacular? I don't know. It's been a while. I think it's been like a pretty decently long while since like we actively seen. Of course, he goes after Rap, and then it goes after Rap again. Nope, this time it's Justin. And now Justin goes down. And I think Guido is out of the yip. But hey, guess what? I'm gonna use an item for the first time, and it's a zap!
I'll remember this.
Oh man, and then that's game. That's it. That's a wrap. Okay, we're gonna have to try this again. Okay, so the problem with this guy is that primarily he attacks a lot, and
Hey, we lost her. What you gonna do now?
ooh, wow. Okay, so as I was saying, right? I need to give like some resurrection stuff to just about everyone. Everyone relatively has a good amount, honestly. Okay, so he has this revival thing on him, which that's good at the very least. I think it primarily comes down to like, I wonder if we can poison him. If we can poison him, then that's like a good thing, but I kind of need him to have the main gunch, whatever the frick it's called. Yeah. Okay, so the primary thing is that we don't want to spend any time buffing. And primarily, main reason is, well, just that. Like, he got rid of all the buffs that basically, like, we basically did. So if we just kind of, like, layer on the offensive right from the get-go, you know, we'll shorten out the fight, like, much, you know, faster. So I'm gonna try to get, you know, pretty far down in, and then we'll come back, okay?
100 million degrees. Take that.
Jesus Christ! Oh no! Ah! Interrupted! Hey! That's bullcrud! You can't be doing that! Alright, fam, I need you to come in nice and close, okay? I'm gonna be 100% real with you. This is a difficulty spike I did not expect whatsoever. This boss is quite, I want to say quite different to a lot of the other bosses that we've relatively encountered. But I don't think that's so much the case. So basically, the thing about this boss, right, is that he has 2 AoEs that basically he can use to cleave the entire team. And the thing about, you know, this guy in particular, he's not exactly easy to get around all this damage that he's just throwing out. Like, the boomerang attacks really fast. The freaking axe, even with defenses up, I kind of figured that, like, if we have at least, like, 2, I didn't try 3 because I didn't have a chance relatively to remotely try. But even with, like, 2 freaking defense boosts, I cannot, for the life of me, do enough damage to, like, kill him. And we just get outsped, outcleaved, and everything. I even, like, went ahead and kind of, like, got Zap Whip and, like, all the other type of jazz.
Oh, power of ice.
But even then, like, that doesn't so much help when this guy can attack so frequently, so often, he's so fast, that just, like, no one can help. Is primarily what I'm trying to get at here. Like, no one can basically get a turn in. And we're basically, you know, sitting there having to try to heal up everything that this guy is basically doing. And none of my attacks are kind of like, none of the attacks are doing, like, the thing where basically, you know, if you do it when they're, like, charging up, when they're in the axe stage, typically you can, like, interrupt them, kind of, like, cancel them. But even then, like, I can't seem to interrupt him either, which is lame. It's just going to... I feel like this fight in particular is going to come down to 2 things. One, me going all the way back and basically getting a couple of items to relatively prepare for this, but also basically trying to get Fina healer, so that I can basically heal up better. Because right now, just like regular healing with heal and all heal is not relatively doing it very well. So, with that being said, those are kind of like my only options to relatively see what items I do have. See if maybe I have some extra healing items that I can basically try and, like, throw out. Because right now, all I have are resurrections, because healing is all I had to do for, like, a good while. So now that, like, that's kind of not working out for me, I have to drastically change up plans.
Oh, power of ice.
And honestly, it's not a bad thing. Like, but like, it's just kind of so out of left field. I mean, is it really out of left field? It's kind of in this area, right? Where, you know, you're locked into, you can't get any, like, healing items. You wouldn't relatively expect a boss monster to relatively, like, put you down in your place. Or maybe you would. I don't know. Like, I don't know, I'm getting kind of Demon Wall vibes here. Because I think in Final Fantasy VII, there's a boss called Demon Wall, and he is an absolute a-hole. There's also, like, a boss in, like... in Final Fantasy IX that kind of does the same thing, so I guess it's not so much out of left field. But still, it's so... oh my god. It's so... it's a little bit aggravating, because if you're not ready for it, you're kind of screwed. Okay, she finally learned Snooze. That's good.
Burnout.
You know, if anything, it's kind of like... it's somewhat fair in the grand scheme of things, because... you know, they kind of did warn you. They were like, oh, hey, by the way, you can't get out of here. Make sure you're ready. Guess who's not ready? So, it could just be that
See my power.
for a while, I'm going to have to power grind to get to a point where I can actively, beat the ever-living snot out of this boss. And if I do that, hope and pray that I don't overdo it to a point where, like, the entire game basically becomes easy.
We won! We won!
If anything, they're dropping something. I wonder what it is. If it's health wheat, no, it's fantasy. Okay, so now we're here. We can basically... no one's putting us to sleep. The lightning charm might actually come in handy thinking about it. Fire sword's getting put back. That's getting put in. Panacea isn't gonna help us all too much. Because it's not like, you know... I want to keep the split axe, because right now I got Justin on the main goonch. Just as kind of like a just-in-case type deal. Let's see what we can take out. We can take that out. Like, I'm pretty sure we got, like, some HP Healy type jazz. Choose bow experience points. Choose mace experience. So, what are these? Builder! Key, silver key, Salmon. I don't get what this valuable thing is, to be perfectly honest. I don't want that, just to, like, give the rap. We'll give Guido, like, all the ranged attack items. Okay, hold up. Let's see what these... mace experience... Do we use these in, like, characters get that type of jazz? Is that what it's telling me? Like, because like if that's the case, right? Justin doesn't need any more mace stuff, which that would have been relatively good, but we can give the bow and arrow stuff to Rap, right? Yeah, it works like that, which ups their strength in that category. Justin's the only one that gets that, though. So Sue has Earth Magic. Who should that go to? It should probably go to Justin. Water Magic. Right now, I kind of feel like Fina needs it a little more. Sue's Fire Magic, which isn't gonna, like, up it by much. And Sue's Wind Magic. Justin will get that, I guess. Godwin's Sword. I kind of wanted to go to Justin. Godwin's Fire Magic. It has to go to Justin. Burn Flame was learned, that's good. Godwin's Earth Magic. It has to go to Justin. Nilda's Sword Experience, which she had, like, none. Nilda's Mace. She had, like, a bunch of, like, axe. Yeah. Right there. Okay, so, if anything, Justin is much more powered up than before, so that's relatively good. Do we have, like, a bow that basically we can give Rap? Probably don't need it. Ooh, Isaiah.
Blaze brightly, O flame!
Okay, that's the boomerang down. We're almost there.
You're not gonna get away from this! Ha!
Missile! Oh, I shouldn't have done that, but oh well. Didn't need it. I was going for the last grenade. Well, we all get healed. It's a little bit safer, so why not? It gets put right back to full. Honestly, like, I really should have separated everyone. I think that was, like, the main thing.
This'll teach you.
Like, I don't know how it got to this point that everyone's so separated, but separating them earlier would have been so much better. Hey, look, we got a bow. Ooh, look. Let's try Zap. Because he's been using it on us. So why the frick not? Bane! It's called Karma.
Oh, power of ice!
Now that there's only one of him, I get to frickin' murder him into oblivion. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
See that shot of mine?
Okay, got a jewel and got a through arrow. I think that's actually a very rare drop with the way that it's glistening at me. Guido leveled up. Okay, I'm going to go back and save. Definitely. Just vanquished a mighty foe. You think I wouldn't save? Goodness gravy. So yeah, if anything, that fight came down to, quite honestly, 3, maybe 4 things. I'll try to think of a 4th one. So the first one was basically, or the first one, did I say 4th? Did I say 1st? I don't know. We're going with the first one. The first one was all the EXP that Sue Godwin and freaking Milda left over. That actually ended up helping out a lot. Primarily because with every single thing that got leveled up, strength, wit to my sword, HP, vitality for my mace, HP and strength for my axe, you know, so on and so forth. Everything that basically was put into roughly Justin. And, you know, there's also Rap, you know, his bow and arrow gave him more HP, more strength, so good on that. You know, just all of that relatively helped out, kind of like, you know, to do the jazz that it basically did. You know, so there was that. 2, there was a little bit of luck with the way that, like, everyone was set up, but I could have honestly have moved everybody to, like, a different corner of the map, which would have made the AoEs a lot less effective. So that's something to relatively try and note for later. 3, all of the HP items that I basically had to go and get. That honestly relatively helped out quite a bit. Unfortunately, I accidentally used like a lot of the better ones, but hey, you know, no skin off my teeth, you know? And I don't relatively think there's a 4th one, so I'm just gonna relatively leave it there. And I've been recording for like an hour and 30 minutes, which is typically the amount of time that I typically put into this. So I'm gonna call it here. This is probably going to end up just being like a single video, if anything. Like, typically I get 2 out of this recording, but I'm only gonna get 1. But that's, hey, you know, can't make an omelet without cracking a few eggs. There's always next time for more content, you know? So I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping by, watching the video, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hey, see ya. Bye. Kaka, kaka, bye-bye. Bye-bye, kaka, bye-bye, kaka. Hey.